Hey guys, in this video we are going to be taking a look at a new platform by the name of Ghosted by Jason Fulton. So make sure to keep watching until the end of the video, and we're going to quickly go over the sales page and we are quickly going to dive into the members area, and I'm just going to show you around some of the product's tools and features and to let you know whether or not this could be a suitable product for you to look into or should you avoid it. So before we actually get into the video, if you find content like this here to be helpful, be sure to leave a like on the video. Also, again, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be updated of future videos, as I will be creating a lot more helpful reviews and guided videos like this here to show you ways of how you can potentially build your online business the right way and to avoid areas that will only hold you back and that could potentially cost you a lot of money further down the line. So here we actually have a new product by the name of Ghosted, and essentially it's a push button app that will actually automatically generate an entire website for you that automatically is supposed to guarantee you free buyer traffic and generate leads on autopilot. So the initial price of the product for the front end is just $17. So as you go through the sales page, they do give you the usual affair with a lot of these type of products where they give you like loads of screenshots of potential sales that you can earn. The issue I have with this, and I have said this in a lot of my other videos, I'll drop links down to a playlist down in the description for other reviews of other products and services that'll be similar to the likes of this here, that also showcase a lot of these other areas, and you'll see a common practice amongst all of them. They're always showing screenshots of images that kind of give you an insight that you could make sales, but there's no guarantees with this. Because the one thing I will state, and I will stress this, is never take screenshots of profits or sales on screen as an actual given, because there's no guarantees that you will make this kind of money, if at anything at all. There may be a potential where you could make a little bit of money, but you'll never get this amount that it promises you. That's the one thing that's always kind of very, very misleading with a lot of these products. So you do really need to be careful as a newbie. And that's what actually happens. If you're a newbie actually starting out, this is where you can actually get caught out. You can buy something like this here that the intentions are good, but in the long run will only cost you a massive headache and potentially make you lose a lot of money in the meantime. But if you do scroll through the sales page, you can get some idea of what you could potentially expect with the platform and what its intended purposes are. But again, you just have to take it with a pinch of salt and just know that everything that's here, it all really depends on your own preference and what you really should be aware of. But just take note that you do need to be cautious with something like this. But we'll just dive into the members area and I'll just quickly show you around all the tools and features. Now just to note that this here, I'm inside the members area of this platform. Now this is only a demo version of the actual platform, so you don't have access to every single one of the tools and features. Now again, a lot of this stuff will probably be upgraded closer to the actual launch of the product, but I just want to give you an overview of some of the potential tools and features and even just some of the pitfalls that can potentially happen if you intend to use this software. So as you're inside the dashboard, you have access to a couple of different tool sets. So you can manage websites, you can create websites. They have a lead grabber function with support and training, so you can create and have a look at different types of elements. So you can watch training videos. So at the moment in this version of the product, they've only got access to one training video. It's pretty much just a welcome video. You can access the support. You can literally manage websites. So at the moment here, you can actually have a look at some of the websites that you can create. If you want to create a website, you can come over to the create website function, and here it will give you an idea of a lot of the templates. So here you can set up a site name, you can set up the domain. The one thing to note is that your website will be hosted on the actual Ghost Live app. So this website, even though you'll have put all the work in, essentially the website itself won't technically be yours because it's hosted on this app. So just one thing to note, even though you can put this website up and do whatever you need to, there's no guarantees that with a software like this that it'll still be usable within 6 months time or 12 months time. Now there is a very good possibility that it could, but the fact is that you're using the service is hosted and there's no guarantees that it could still be there. It could actually glitch out, or it could actually disappear, or there'd be no support for it in a couple of months' time. You just do have to be wary with products like this. You don't know how sustainable it actually is going to be. But once you've decided to choose a product, you can view the template and you can select the template, so you can actually have a look at it here, and it gives you an idea of what's actually available, of how the pages will actually look. So you can actually change a lot of these features and add in your own context. So this is primarily how the site will actually look. Now it actually looks okay, and the thing is, the product does actually generate the site for you. If you pick one of these templates that are actually here, this is actually what will be generated, and it generates it very, very quickly. So in what it says it's going to do for building a website, it does actually work that way. So you can come into any one of these elements here and you can click on it, and we'll open up a page, and what it will do is it will give you a brief outline of the information that's involved. Now if you look at some of the information that is actually here, you can order different elements. Like if you do have an affiliate link, you can tie it to the likes of these buttons and so forth that you can utilize. You can open up a few other pages, and as you can see here, there are different types of elements. Some are laid out really well, some like this here are not laid out really at all. You will still need to come in here and actually tweak it and add in your own content and reword things, because the one thing you'll have to note is a lot of this information here, it isn't generated so much by the app, but it's more or less scraped from online. So all this text here is primarily put into like a content spinner, and it would generally be scraped from different areas throughout the internet. So you do have to be very, very careful with this, because you don't know how relevant it is, or you want to make sure that you don't get done for plagiarism or copyright issues further down the line. So you would still need to actually come in here and still actually edit and tweak the content to suit your own needs. You will still need to essentially reword the content, so you're still going to have to put a lot of work in on the front end to get this to work. So once we go back into the app, once you've actually accessed those features, they do have a feature that allows you to grab leads. The one thing I will say about this here is it allows you to install, if you're using like WordPress or like even a Google Chrome extension, it will allow you to download an app that you can actually install on your Chrome extension bar. And what it does is it searches the internet for email addresses. But again, like I said, with the likes of the content on the web pages, this is a content scraper. So it's just literally going to scrape emails from the internet and put them all into like a list for you to use. The only thing is that's against a lot of terms of service on a lot of other websites and even autoresponder sites, because you can't just copy someone's email and then try to put it into your autoresponder and use it unless you've already got a list built up yourself that you can promote to. You can't just go around scraping and copying people's emails, because you won't be allowed to do that. You'll actually get in a lot of trouble for that. So the methods that's been used here isn't always the best, so you just do need to be careful of that. Unless you've already got access to the emails in question that you do want to promote to, I would highly recommend that you stay away from using this kind of feature, because again, it will cause you nothing but a headache later on. So also they do have access to the likes of different traffic methods. The one thing I've noticed here is as well, and this is just only because this is a demo, so they obviously haven't updated it, but when you click on the traffic section, it's supposed to actually give you access to like a tab that shows up where you can actually add in and promote content or your websites to different social media channels like Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter and so forth. But it's not working on this here demo site. Now the full version may actually work, but again, another issue is, even though you may have a website set up like this here, which is perfectly fine, the problem is you can take your links and start posting them on social media. You can post them in Facebook groups and Twitter and so forth. The problem is if you're an absolute beginner and you're a newbie, nobody has any sort of clue online or ever of knowing who you actually are. You're pretty much a ghost. Nobody knows you even exist. They don't even know who you are, what you're about, what you can bring to the table, how you can help them. So if you essentially just go and start posting your links up and hope that someone's going to click on it, the chances are nobody's going to click on anything, because like I said, nobody knows who you actually are. And that's always an issue with a lot of products like these. They tell you how to do these things, but they don't tell you to provide value, that you need to build up trust and provide value to people, which is something a lot of people never really seem to figure out at the start, because they're always shown the wrong methods on how to do so. So it is fine and all using a product like this to be able to create a website, which is fine, but if you use illegitimate methods or if you don't do things the right way, you'll only either get in trouble or nobody will relate to you at all. I do actually have videos I've created on my channel. I'll drop a link down to playlists down below that I show you ways of how you can actually engage with your following, and even from how you can actually build trust and create an audience from scratch that actually shows you what you need to do. So again, check out the link below, find out more. So again, now this platform at the minute, because this is a demo account, it is fairly limited, so I can't really show you too much of what's going on here. Again, with the likes of the paid versions, which we're going to get into now, if you would need to unlock a lot of the OTOs and upsells to be able to unlock all the additional features that's within the platform. But the one thing I would say is, for the front end price, whatever it is, it's either $17 or $19, whatever it is, it's less than $20. You can have a look at it and just see what you think. You may gain a few ideas from it to maybe think of going on and maybe creating something for yourself if you actually have the know-how to do that. But again, where you will get caught out is if you spend all the money on all these upsells to unlock all these extra features, because if the front end is fairly limited to what it can offer you, even if you do unlock a lot of the other features for the prices that they're asking for, there's still no full-on guarantees that you're going to be able to make this work long term, because like I mentioned, even though the product actually does work as it's intended to do, like it can create websites, there's no guarantees that these websites will still even be live in 6 or 12 months time, and there's no real way of knowing if these websites will even rank on Google. Generally what actually usually happens is a lot of these type of websites that are on these type of apps never really see the light of day on Google. Google just doesn't rank them at all. You need to create your own type of website and do proper SEO and all that kind of stuff to be able to get your content to rank, so there's no guarantees that this will actually work. Like for the front end price, you could have a look at it, but I would highly recommend that you stay away from a lot of these upsells, because like this here is 7 upsells. You really need to be spending that kind of money on something like this. You're better to take the money that you're going to spend and invest it in something that actually is going to help you long term, because even though the product, like I said, it does work, there are a lot of heavy limitations within it that aren't actually shown, and that's where a lot of newbies will actually get caught out. So I do highly recommend that you at least take it with a pinch of salt and just think to yourself, is this going to help me or not? That's the one thing you do have to ask yourself. Can I use this, or will it actually just hurt me in the long run? So my recommendation is, if you want to look at the front end product, spend $20. It is $20, and make of it what you will and have a look, but don't get caught into buying all these upsells, because that's where you'll actually lose money. So I would highly recommend that you stay away from it. So I've shown you now the ghosted platform, and I'm giving you a behind the scenes look into the platform and what it can actually do, and to the most part it does work. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. It can allow you to create a website very, very quickly, but some of the methods and some of the ways in which it actually allows you to generate content on it from both the emails and even the way it scrapes content from the internet is very questionable, and in my opinion it's highly recommended that you don't actually utilize those methods, because like I said, they will actually get you in trouble in the long term. So I'd highly recommend that you look elsewhere for other proven training that will actually teach you and actually help you, guide you on the right steps to actually building a business from scratch, especially if you're only new to starting out. And if you want to find out more about a proven training platform that actually will teach you all in the initial steps, especially if you're a beginner, I do have access to a platform down below in the description that you can go and check it out. Again, it will actually help you and teach you everything you need to know from scratch. So if you have found this video to be helpful, make sure to leave a like. Again, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be updated whenever I release future videos, as I am going to be creating a lot more helpful guides and review videos like this to show you the best ways to actually create your own online business and get it up and running, and to avoid products or services and wasting time on things that are really just going to hold you back, so that you can really start seeing results a lot faster. And as always, I will see you in the next one.